What's up, y'all? It's your boy Boss Ryder checking in once again for Navigate Logistics. And thank y'all for stopping by, checking out the channel. First and foremost, let me get that like. You can join the tribe and subscribe. And you can share if you really care. I'm out here night riding again, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay busy. And that's exactly what I'm doing, trying to prevent this peak season from being a weak season. But I just wanted to double back on the series that I've been trying to promote on my channel, Carriers vs. Brokers. It's been a while since I did an episode, so this is going to be part 4. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody, all my new subscribers, and everybody that checked out that last video about peak season strategy and the FMCSA rule changes. I think that video was a huge success for me, and I just want to thank everybody for checking that out. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep putting the information out, trying to help, giving my opinion. I ain't saying I'm a master or any of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I do my own research and I share my opinion on things, so I just encourage the people to do the same. But since my last video on the Carrier and vs. Broker series, and let me get that out the way, I'm not trying to promote carriers going up against brokers. I'm simply trying to help build a relationship, acknowledge some of the issues that I see between the two, and try to better the communication between the carriers and the brokers. You know, my first 3 episodes, you know, I was having some issues, and I just wanted to let that be known as far as with detention pay, you know, brokers not communicating with the shippers and receivers about arrival times. You know, you got to go back and check those videos out. They ain't been doing as good as my other episodes, and I really want, especially new owner operators, new drivers, people new to the industry, go check those videos out. Drop your comments. Give me your info, your feedback, because I think it's really important that the carriers and the brokers build better relationships and communicate. You know what I'm saying? We got to work together in this industry. This is a billion-dollar industry. You know, even though it's a recession right now, transportation is always going to be there. So the better we can communicate and work together, I think the better it'll be. Since my last video, things been going good between me and the brokers. I haven't had any issues really to speak on. I got some good relationships with some brokers. I can say I got a good relationship with at least 10 good brokers in different brokerages, and 5 or 6 of them I communicate on a daily basis. 2 or 3 of them I talk to, you know what I'm saying, throughout the day. They get at me or I can get at them, and they always looking out for me, you know what I'm saying? They try to keep me rolling. They know my rate, so they don't come and try to lowball me and stuff like that. And so I hadn't had any issues because I've been staying busy with them. They checked on me when I was down in October, and as soon as I got back rolling, you know what I'm saying, they helped me, you know, generate some revenue. So I appreciate that. If you guys been, you know, listening and checking out, you know, FreightWaves and, you know, doing your research, you know, carriers been closing down. You had Yellow closed down not too long ago, and just recently you had a brokerage, logistic brokerage closed down, Conway. And although I haven't seen any results of Yellow closing down on my end as far as the spot market, mainly because I think there were a limited truckload carrier, and I pulled full truckload. So I haven't seen any effects of them closing down on my end. But Conway was a technology-based brokerage, and they were the main brokerage for Niagara, the water supply company, the bottled water. They were the main brokerage, and I have been seeing some results from them closing down, especially in Florida. The very first load I took, it was only maybe like 117 mile load from like Jupiter to Arcadia, and that was paying like $750. You know what I'm saying? That's a substantial amount for only for a less than 150 mile load. But the brokerages are competing for those loads. You know, the very first time where I got that load for $750, it was from a brokerage that I think it was it was my first time working with them, and the guy was telling me he didn't want to let me know that they're going to have several loads like this because they were Conway loads, and you know, he would keep in contact with me and stuff like that. I haven't heard from him since though, but I did pull a couple more loads out of there, but they wasn't from the same brokerage. That's what let me know that you got people competing for that freight. I pulled 2 more loads there, and they were like $300 less. Still paid pretty good, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't $5, $6 a mile. It wasn't $6 a mile. It was more like $4 a mile, $4.50. And so what that let me know is, you know, you got brokers that compete with brokerages just like carriers. They underbid each other, and of course the shipper's gonna go to the lowest bid. So, you know, people say it's the brokers, you know, because of this recession, it's the carriers taking cheap freight. The brokers are just like carriers, you know, they compete with each other, they underbid each other. So we're pretty much one and the same, you know what I'm saying? Who's to blame? You really can't say if both the carriers and brokers are doing the same thing, underbidding. You really can't point the finger at one or the other. I do know that the shippers are doing pretty good. They have been, you know what I'm saying? But in the time of the health crisis, they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? They had people buying more, so I don't know how much they were struggling. But as far as transportation, getting their freight moved, they had to pay top dollar. You know what I'm saying? I still think it's a conspiracy, but who knows? Who knows? You had a lot more carriers there, and they were paying top dollar. You know, who knows how that goes? But right as of right now, this would be going on almost the second year of the shippers doing pretty good out there as far as how much they pay for their freight to be moved. And I know this is peak season is usually the end of bidding season or the beginning of bidding season, where shippers renegotiate their freight transportation contracts. And from what I'm hearing, you know, the shippers are winning again, you know what I'm saying? So us carriers, you know, we're gonna have to continue to buckle down, try to be cost efficient. Hopefully the fuel prices will stay low. Try to cut spending and do what we got to do to survive out here, because you know, who knows how long this is gonna last. I'm foreseeing things to start changing around the second quarter of 2024. Simply because capacity is steady going out, and I still see contract freight being pushed to the spot market. I know the rejection rate is not as high as it was in the health crisis, but I don't foresee it ever getting as good as it was unless we have something else like that. So things get back to at least an average of about $2.50. I think people will be able to. I think things will temper down a little bit. You can get that national average around $2.50. We're a good long ways away from that right now. But contract freight is $2.50, a little bit more. So the shippers can pay. Contract freight is getting pretty good, but I'm still seeing some of that contract freight being pushed out. And every time I get a load from one of these mega carriers, or I'm at a shipper, like for say like Budweiser or Lowe's or something like that, and I see a lot of these mega carriers trailers out there, it lets me know that they got contracts with these shippers. Every time I get one of those loads, it's paying pretty good, so they can't handle all of it. So spot market carriers, independent carriers, owner operators, we just got to do our due diligence. You know your costs. Try to run at or above your costs as best as you can, and just stay vigilant. But back to the topic: carriers versus brokers. Like I say, you got brokerages that compete with each other. We're gonna see how things roll out in 2024 as far as who got what contracts and things of that nature. In the freight recession, when they talk about capacity needs to get out of the market and stuff like that, you still have a driver shortage. That's just because these mega carriers want all the drivers, all the CDL holders to be company drivers. They want you in the seat of their truck. They don't want you running your own business and booking your own loads, taking your time off as you see fit. I'm fighting. I'm doing what I can to stay an independent owner, operator, business owner, entrepreneur, because those days of being a company driver, I'm trying to put that between me. I don't like people telling me how long I got to stay out, where I got to go, how much I can get paid, and so I'm fighting for us owner operators out there. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know that, this is an owner operator channel. Navigate Logistics has plans to expand, work with fellow CDL holders alike that want to, control their own destiny, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So we're gonna keep it short. Thanks everybody again for stopping by the channel. I ain't got too far to go tonight, so a couple more hours and I'll be where I need to be. And it's been a pretty productive week. I worked through the Thanksgiving holiday. I made the most of it. It was productive. I got my plate waiting on me. I'm gonna go back to the house and double back and go get that. So thanks once again. If you haven't already, please can I get that like? You can join the tribe and subscribe, and you can share if you really care. It's your boy Boss Rider checking in again for Navigate Logistics. Peace.